I'm sorry. Hello, I'm on holiday this week. Hello, I'm an alien. This is 2017, isn't it? Is it 2017? I've lived. I'm an alien. I come from planet 1966. How many planet Earths do you really think there are? Do you think there is only one planet Earth? Do you think there's only one planet Earth? Planet Earth 2017? Do you think that's the only planet Earth? Oh no, it's 2017th attempt. I come from planet Earth 1966. I do not come from planet Earth 2017. I come from planet Earth 1966. We didn't have computers. We had televisions. Black and white televisions. I come from planet 19... What planet do you come from? No, I come from planet 1966. Earth 1966. You come from planet Earth 2017, it says on your computer. It says this is planet Earth 2017. Sorry, I come from planet Earth 1966. Hello. Yes, we didn't have computers. We had television, black and white television. I can't remember much. All I remember, in 1966, I remember my mummy, my daddy, and I remember the green pram with my brother, Robert. See, Robert is my brother, you see. Robert, my brother, he was born in 1965. I was born in 1966, you see. But Robert was born in 1965, I was born in 66. So Robert's planet 65 and I'm planet 66. But the point is, it's like he was always my brother. Ever since I was born. That's why I've got fingers. See, I'll tell you about it in a minute. But the point is, it's like Robert was born 1 year old, he's 1 year older than me. So my earliest memories, apart from sort of like getting cuddled by my dad and sucking my mum's tit, I think my earliest memories were probably sitting in the pram with my brother Robert. But we're not going to get into this story. We had a green pram. It was a green pram, Robert. It was like a Rolls Royce, wasn't it? Well, when I was a baby, babies. But no, yeah, since when I was a baby. Because you had the green pram before I was born. Mum and Dad actually had the green pram before I was born, Rob. Yeah, you were in the green pram, Robert. Because actually there's Jackie. Well, this is why I have 5 fingers. I'll tell you why I have 5 fingers right now. Right? Hold on a second. Since the day I existed, since the day I was born, I had a big sister called Jackie. Now Jackie's my thumb, you see. So since the day I was born, I had Jackie, my big sister, Jackie. She was like our thumb. She's like the thumb, the boss. She was the boss of our family, you see. Imagine the hand as a family, right? Imagine the hand as the children of the family. How about imagine the hand as the children of the family? Anyway, sort of thing. But my sister was like the thumb. She was like our big sister. Our old place, where we always had someone to like. Then Jim was born, and this was before I was born. We're going backwards in time, woo, to before I was born. Woo, before I was born. 1958, Jacqueline was born. Mum and Dad had a daughter called Jacqueline, our big sister. Jacqueline, the firstborn, she was our sister. And then James, you might believe it, it doesn't really matter, it's nothing to do with you, it's to do with me. The thing is, the only way I can record things is by recording them, even if it's a personal thing. All I can do is record them on YouTube these days, but anyway, that's good. In 1961, James was born. See, and James and Jackie were like that, you see. Now, James and Jackie were like that. They were like that. James and Jackie. No, I'm doing the wrong hand, didn't I? So let's get back to the right hand. Sorry, there's Jackie was born. Sorry, wrong hand. It's just scary, isn't it? Anyway, Jackie was born in 1958. You see, Jackie was born in 1958. Mum and Dad, Jackie was born in 1958, our big sister. And James was born in 1961. See, James was born in 1961. So James and Jackie were like that, you see. Jackie's dead now, obviously, but James and Jackie were like that. They were like that sort of thing, really close. But then Robert was born and we were all pretty close. Right? Beautiful family, you wouldn't believe it. But then Jackie was born, and then that's our thumb, our big sister. And then James was born. Then James was born like that, you see. Then James was born. Well, there was Jackie there and Jim there. He was the first boy. Jim was the first boy. James was the first boy of the family. Then Robert was born in 1961. Jim was born in 1961. Robert was born in 1965. Robert's a bit short than that. I don't know why. But, that's funny. Have you ever thought of that, Rob? Funny thing, Rob. Robert's quite. I'm a bit tall, a little bit taller than Robert, but on the fingers, Robert was born in 1965. Robert was born in 1965. That's before I was born. And then all of a sudden, in 1966, 14 months later, I was born. See, that's me. That's me there. Funny thing is, I can't even lift that finger without Robert. Robert, this is a funny one, right? Alright, I'm me, right? That's me, right? Okay. Now I can't lift that finger unless I lift that finger. Unless I lift that finger. That's a trick. It's not a trick. Anyway, I'll come back to that in a minute. By the way, 4 years later, in 1970, Donald was born. Donald was born. Our little brother. You see, that's my little brother, Donald. He was born in 1970. See, there was 5 of us, right? 5. 5 children. 7 altogether with Mum and Dad, right? But there's 5 children. There's Jackie, then there's James, then there's Robert, then there's William, which is me, I'm William, and then there was Donald, you see, there's 5. But unfortunately, Jackie died with a blood clot in her brain several years before. Okay? Anyway, Jackie's dead, but her spirit is still with us. Her spirit is a part of us. The point is, her spirit is still a part of us. We would not be who we are without Jackie. It's true. Okay, Jackie died with a blood clot in her brain. Let's be honest. Jackie died with a fucking blood clot in her brain. Yeah? Okay? About the same time you destroyed the video. 2012, about the same time you destroyed the video and you destroyed the television and you destroyed history. Right, it's about that year. Okay, 2012, got the picture. Now what I'm saying is her spirit is a part of us. Anyway, her spirit is always going to be a part of us. Who we are. Because without our big sister, we would not be us. We would not be who we are without our big sister. Because even James was Jackie's brother. Jackie is still our big sister, and she's still alive in dream world. Believe in the dream world, believe in heaven, please. Heaven and the dream world are completely real. I can assure you, because normally I sleep for about 12 hours a day, and spend about 12 hours a day in fucking dreamland, in fucking heaven. I could spend my life asleep if I wanted to. The point is, when you're asleep, there's no death in sleep. When you're asleep and you're in the dream world, you are in the dream world after your body dies, and then you get a new body eventually when babies are born. It's very simple. The dream world is very, very real. Believe me that heaven does exist. Heaven is where you go to when you die, which is basically the fucking dream world, okay? And then eventually you come back from the dream world part-time and you get you live. But it does exist, very much so, because I spend half my life asleep. Honestly, for the most part, I'm on holiday this week, so I'm spending some of my time awake. Like, I spend some of my time asleep and some of my time awake. When I'm asleep, I'm in heaven. When I'm asleep, I'm in fucking heaven, paradise. I'm in my own little fucking world. When I'm awake, I'm in this world. And this is nice. When I'm on my own today, I'm having a day to myself kind of thing, which is very, very nice, I must admit. being alone is lovely for me. Sorry, don't mean to insult you, but no, I'm telling you that heaven does exist. It's very real. The dream world's very real. If you ever sleep is when you go to sleep and you dream, that's heaven. It's where you go to when you sleep, when you fucking die, when your body wears out and you die. When your body and you wears out and it dies, the spirit goes back to fucking heaven, unless it's me, which comes back to me because I'm fucking brilliant. But that's the whole point of sleeping, is to sort of dream. So you spend half your life awake, half your life asleep, half your life in the dream world, half your life awake. It's very nice. That's how I live anyway. I don't know why Americans move, but I know you're watching it, Pete. How you doing? It's very weird though when you know someone is. Whereas, you know, I actually didn't start making movies to broadcast them. I made them for myself. You see, the whole point. I've got thousands of fucking, well, a few hundred fucking videos you've never seen, which I can't put on, which I don't want to put on the computer. But I know, actually, it's a funny thing with YouTube. It's fucking brilliant. Peter. I know Peter, there's a guy called Peter who watches all my fucking films, Pete. Come on, St. Peter or what? You're watching every film I make. Every move I make. Every little step. You're watching it, man. Come on. It's kind of weird, isn't it? It's kind of beautiful. That although I'm the one making the films, right, I know that you're watching them, man. Peter. It's good to have someone who's just one step ahead. It is always nice. Well, I suppose that's the Jesus thing, isn't it? Because wasn't Peter what? No, hang on, wasn't St. Peter? So, who is St. Peter? Peter's obviously St. Peter. I haven't met yet. Actually, Peter, can you do me one little favour while I'm here? Peter, it's lovely being watched in a way on these films. Thank you very much. It's good, it's fun. Tell me truly though, tell me truly, what do you look like? Alright, for Peter, because I know you're watching it. Right? Anyway, I was saying, when I was born with brother, me and Robert, we used to live in the pram, the green pram. Talking about the green pram, wasn't it? Hold on, I was in the pram with my brother Robert when I was a baby. Since I was a baby till I was about 4 years old, whatever, trying to get out of the pram. Me and Robert used to share. Robert's 1 year older than me. See, Robert's 1 year older than me. Only 1 year. Well, 14 months, actually, 14 months. He was here just before me in 1965. I got here in 1966. So I always had Robert right in front of my face. My entire childhood. I said, for my entire fucking life. Actually, for my entire life. I've always had Robert just in front of me. Literally 14 months in front of me and Robert. And he used to nick my comic books. He used to nick my comic books. I've told you that about 1,000 times before, probably. But anyway, yeah, so I mean, I grew up, I've had a fucking great life, man. My daddy was the most amazing bloke in the world. Well, he is the most amazing bloke in the world. Life is a little bit more than fucking 80 years. It's about 1 billion years, man. My daddy, if I live to be 1,000 years old, my daddy will still be my daddy. My mummy will still be my mummy in 1,000 years. You know, the bodies wear out. Of course your bodies wear out eventually. How long do you think you're going to live within a body? 50, 70, 80, 90 years, 100 years? Obviously the body wears out, but the spirit lives on. The spirit is totally eternal. And the spirit totally lives within heaven, which is the dream world, where you go to when you sleep. The dream world where you go to when you sleep, that is entirely heaven. That is exactly where your spirit goes when you're asleep or when you're dead. When you're asleep or when you're dead, your spirit goes back to bloody heaven. And then you wake up the next morning and remember you are still alive. Do you know it's all the same fucking thing, man? Where are you going? Nowhere. Where do you want to go? Nowhere. I like it here. And Pete, I'm not exactly a fucking millionaire, man. I'm still counting my fucking pennies, you cunt. No, I've got a few quid stashed away, but that's none of your business. Sorry. Because my sister died, you know. I inherited that nut a lot. And it is going to run out in about 5 years, I can guarantee you that. I don't think I'm telling you I'm picking on poor people. I'm just saying some people just never do nothing with their lives. What I'm saying is some people just don't want to do nothing with their lives. I mean, it doesn't cost a lot of money, does it? To have a little fun. But then again, you try talking to people in the street and nobody's speaking English. You say, hi, and they say, what? So, talk about it. Now, go about if I didn't let my go your mother. Who's the fuck there? If I go to the bed, so go, like go to the car, and get go, and you got me. How go go. Ako kuku kaki walk awa makabaki likaboko ako ko jaja baje to komunika ko ja baba ko yo ayet o pick up o aguka klapa if you got back lapa kapo I think a gabo get out of your father. I shall film my animal. Fuck the car up. I call it. I shall be have you got that on paper? I'm just saying, how the fuck am I supposed to do anything if you don't speak my fucking language? Right? You speak your language all the fucking time in my country. What I'm saying is that yeah, Bob, to no sama kama no como kaba bulibie ella foco fucking stoffa this kapo. If you don't speak my fucking language, then how the fuck am I supposed to talk to you in the streets? It's really not very polite to talk someone else to talk. It's polite to talk, but this is England, right? This is England. Yeah, England. We made it at last. Here they give us free money. Here they give us everything for nothing. Great. Made it to England. You know what I'm saying? But if you don't talk the language, how can I talk to you? How can I talk to you if you won't speak English? You know, how can I talk to you if you won't speak English in my fucking country, in Britain? This is Britain. This is not Saudi fucking Arabia. I know in Luton, you got a lot of problems. You got these fucking Muslims covering their faces and shit like that and living, let's be all Arabs and pray 5 times a fucking day to God. What kind of a God? What kind of a God could possibly want you to pray for 5 times a day? Allah, sitting up here on my chair. Hello, Allah. Hello, how are you? Allah. For 5 hours a day. 5 times a day, apparently. The fucking Muslims pray 5 times a fucking day. I'm on holiday, alright? I'm on holiday, right? I thought of going up to Luton today, because I'm on holiday. I thought I might go up to Luton today, and I thought, alright, okay, 5 times a... Allah, hang on a minute, man, look. Can you imagine being God? Can you possibly imagine being Allah? Can you possibly imagine being Allah? And having to sit there, just hypothetical, sit there all day long, and you every 5 minutes you go, every 5 hours, will you fucking shut up and let me get some sleep, you little fucking Turks. Sorry. Oh God, I slipped it again, Pete. Would you just shut the fuck up for one day? Do you really think I want to listen? Pretend. Like, just pretend this is a game. Actors game. God, I actually up there. I said, yeah, what do you want? I don't know. I'm going to go and blow up some people now and wrap a bomb around my chest. Right, okay. Hey, what? You want to praise God? What are you going to do? I'm going to wrap a bomb. And I'm going to blow up a lot of innocent people. What are you doing? I'm wearing a bomb. And I'm going to go up and blow up this concert stadium or something. For Allah, for God. This is what I'm doing for God. For God, what I'm going to do for Allah. I'm going to go and put a bomb around me and then go blow up the stadium. What? Hang on a minute. How many Muslims were at that concert? How many Muslims do you think were at that Manchester concert? About that Manchester concert that got blown up by this Muslim fanatic. Right? About Manchester. About the people who got blown up in that theatre. Don't think I've forgotten anything, have I? About this fucking concert in Manchester that got blown up by Muslim fanatics. How many Muslims do you think were in that audience? Does that ever cross your mind? How many Muslims do you think died that night? That night in Manchester, when you blew up a stadium, how many Muslims do you think were in the audience? I'm not blaming the Muslim race. No, I'm blaming the fanatics, yes. And I don't like these fucking Arab fuckers. Well, I'm saying, how many Muslims do you think died at that concert? Quite a lot, I bet. Because I think in Manchester, there are quite a lot of Muslims who live in Manchester, aren't there? Quite a lot of innocent Muslims who live in Manchester, aren't they? Yeah, I'm talking about it. There's quite a lot of innocent Muslims who live in Manchester quite peacefully with everybody else. And I bet you there was a hell of a lot of Muslims at that concert. I will bet you a lot of money or anything you like. There was a hell of a lot of Muslims who went to that Manchester concert. They got blown up. And some Muslim fanatic. And there was a hell of a lot of Muslims in that audience who got killed. I don't understand it with these Muslim fanatics, is that you're blowing up people in the street. But a lot of the people in the street are Muslim, aren't they? Yeah, a lot of people in Britain are Muslim. Thankfully, a lot of them are moderates. You know, they're moderate Muslims. But there are a lot of Muslims in Hatfield, yes? Well, not in Hatfield necessarily, no, in Luton. No, but they get a bit fanatical in Luton. It's a bit mad in Luton. I don't like the way they're sort of like, you have the they're very strict Muslim, you know, hiding the face of the burqa. I don't like the burqa thing. I don't like this burqa thing, hiding your faces and all that. What I'm trying to say is that there are a lot of Muslims who are very nice people. There are a hell of a lot of Muslims who are very nice people, peaceful people. Because I thought Muslim was supposed to be a peaceful religion. I know a lot of Muslims who are friends. I have a lot of friends who are Muslim, okay? I do. But what I'm saying is there are peaceful ways. The Muslim was supposed to be about peace, but they've turned it to war and blowing each other up and all that, and so it gives a bad name to Islam. It gives a very bad name. But I mean, praying for 5 times a day, I think, is a bit much. Oh Allah, oh Allah, oh Allah, for 5 times a fucking day. I think that's a bit overdoing it, you know? But you're blowing people up. But you're blowing up Muslims, as many Muslims as you're blowing up Christians. You see, Bill, I'm the devil, and I'm very Jewish in my heart. Joseph is my heart. I'm very Jewish in my heart. I was not baptised or christened Jewish. I am circumcised, obviously, but that was just accident of birth. I had a little infection on my willy, so I got circumcised. But yeah, I'm Jewish in my heart, you see. My name is William Joseph Bailey, so Joseph is my middle name. It's my heart name. You know, I have a dream and all that. But Joseph is my heart name, you know. William means conqueror, you know, helmet, conqueror, dragon. And Bailey is the gatekeeper and stuff. It's very logical, really. But I was not talking about that. I was talking about this Manchester thing. But what I'm saying, I've got a lot of Jewish friends. I know a lot. Well, I don't know many Jews lately, but I've had in the past. I have a lot of Jewish friends. Pa! You know, these Muslim fanatics who bomb each other. You know, there's that Manchester bombing and stuff like that. And well, there's plenty of bombings all over the world. That is suicide. There's all these suicide bombers blowing each other up in the name of God. But I'm asking you, how many Muslims do you think died in those bombings? Before you blow yourselves up again, I said, before you blow yourselves up again, how many innocent Muslims got blown up in Manchester? A hell of a lot. It's silly as a religion sort of thing, the way this thing's going. But what I'm saying is I know a lot of Muslims who are very lovely people, very friendly people, right? Very friendly people for the most part. In fact, you know, a lot of the ones I met are. But there's these Muslim fanatics who blow you up, who blow everyone up in these stadiums or whatever. And what I'm saying is, how many Muslims do you think got blown up? A lot. I think there were a lot of people living in Manchester who are Muslims. There are a lot of Muslims in Manchester, and I think a lot of the Muslims in Manchester went to this stadium concert in Manchester. I don't know who it was playing it, but I'm just saying, but this suicide bomber blew the whole stadium up. You're not just blowing up Christians, for instance, you're blowing up Muslims as well. How many innocent Muslims die in your fucking bombings? You're killing your own people, aren't you?